Hello everyone and welcome back to Questionable Car Club. I am James and today I've got a really exciting place to show you because I've been invited around this really awesome car collection of basically what we call shit boxes, but they're not shit boxes, and the guy who owns them is actually saving them and doesn't just say he's going to do it and never does. They are actually being all done up. So I'm going to show you around some of the stuff here and let's take a look now at the first car which we have over here. It's this very fetching Citroen Xantia. This is an exclusive model, so it comes with all of the exclusive things that you'd expect, like alloy wheels and heated leather seats. But unfortunately, I can't get in there, so I can't show you. But never mind, there is a very nice old Fiesta there. What I was trying to get parts for in France. Where's your splitter, Renault Laguna? And if we turn right behind me over here, now that is a sight, isn't it? You've got a BX there, a Xantia, a BX, and an Austin Allegro. So this is my video, so I can go to what I find most exciting, which is you. Oh wow, take a look in here. Look at that cobweb. I wouldn't like to meet the spider that made that. What's it on? 142,000 miles. Barely run in, and probably wouldn't need too much to get it going again. It does look a little bit wet on the floor there, and a bit rusty down there, which they do suffer with. I know my one went there, but it has seemed to have survived in that door shut, and they do all seem to rust in there, so that's quite good. Oh, what's that? Genuine hose. Ooh. No, these are not abandoned. And it's got nice condition B-pillar lights, so that's a little bonus. It's a shame he is restoring them because I really need some parts. Let's have a look here. So here's a oh, that's noisy. Here's a Xantia. Obviously, that was bought as a parts car, so I'm told. So I don't imagine that one will be going back on the road. It smells nice though. It smells like crayons actually. Oh God. Okay. Oh, he's going to watch this video. I can't. Oh God. I'll have to try and put that back on later. Right, that's his Xantia. Now, this is an MG6, obviously. I don't know if this runs or not. However, because it's an MG6, ooh, it's locked, but I can see it's a little bit mouldy in there. So I'm going to say probably got no clutch, because I always see these for sale and they never have working clutches. A Saxo down there. Let's see if that opens. Saxos are funny ones, aren't they? Because there were so many of them everywhere, and now you just don't see them anymore. Unfortunately, I can't get in this one either, but it's the model with all the funky colours in it and then multicoloured seat belts, the Furio. I actually quite like that. If I didn't have so many cars, I'd be tempted to take that home if it runs. And also not to be missed, of course, is this beautiful Estate BX. Let's see what's going on in here. Oh, it's got wind deflectors. Okay, so it's cleaner than the other one. And it is on 165,000. It's true, subscribing to my channel is not just for Christmas. If you're going to subscribe, which I hope you do, please make sure it's for life. And I do love butterflies. Next door to it, and I have been putting off talking about this because I've been savouring it, is a Matra Rancho. I've seen one of these before, and it was at Bewley, and I think on its description it said it was something like the only one on the road, but apparently there are about 6. Let's take a look in here. Look at that. What's it on? 71,000 miles on the clock. That is beautiful. Let's have a look at the space. It's funny, your voice echoes in this. That's a really unusual car, and it smells like an abandoned building. I love it. It's like a hospital. I didn't realise these were actually fiberglass, so you'd think that a few more would survive than just 6 or 7, which is a real shame because that was such an interesting car, and it still is now. what actually is that? Is it a 4x4? You know, it puts me in mind a little bit of like the Hyundai Ioniq 5, of a car that's just not really, it's sort of its own kind of thing. Now this is lovely. This is a Vauxhall Victor, which I believe, if you saw my other video where I walked around a scrapyard with the Bearded Explorer, there was one of these there, but it wasn't an estate. Look at that. This actually looks in really good condition inside. Oh, I can't get in there either. You can see how clean that leather interior is. It's kind of unusual to see a car that's looking a bit like that on the outside, but that clean inside. Now, this guy really has got his work cut out, and he's like me. He saves cars and then pays other people to fix them. So it is a very expensive way of doing it. But it's about the passion, more energy. And there's the front of the Allegro, which is missing its grille, which is down there. That belongs in there, I think. We'll put that back on. There we go. That'll probably immediately fall back off again, but that's what it should look like. Wow. Now, being British Leyland, I'm really fortunate that when I opened that door, it didn't just fall straight off. He is living a dangerous life keeping a car like this outside. He's lucky that it is still here at all. Because obviously British Leylands have got a huge reputation for just rotting into absolutely nothing. Right, let's play a game of how rotten is it. Okay, so we've got... Ooh, that's pretty rotten. That's pretty rotten. Give it a... yeah. See, the advantage is, of course, though, because it is that age, it's MOT exempt, so you can just drive it around like that and no one will say a thing. Okay, it's getting a bit rainy now, so let's go inside the barn where we are greeted with another BX estate. Ah, metal bonnet one. Shame about that bit though, never mind. Ooh. Now this is pretty bad, and they do have a habit of rusting here, and that'll be running down inside and going in the car. So it is a lot of work to do on a non-16 valve BX, but oh god. But oh okay, I thought mine had a high mileage. Jesus, let's have a look. 291,988 miles. That is incredible. That has done very well. So let's see how warm the seat is for those 291,000 miles. See, that's not too bad. I've definitely seen worse. And next is this very sorry state of the greatest car ever made, a Citroen DS. And when I say sorry state, I really do mean that. This car is... That's a really, really big shame that that's happened. So this car was owned by this old guy, and it was underneath a 4-post ramp, and the ramp dropped and crushed the top of the DS. So the guy who owns it now, like I say, is going to do it up. But that is bad. Oh, I didn't even see it was held on with a ratchet. It is a real shame to see this car like this. But if he can restore it, then, well, that is real commitment to the cause, isn't it? And it does deserve to be restored because, like I say, the DS is the best car that has ever been made. So why wouldn't you restore it? The DS I had is not going to survive, and it's in a better state than this, and I thought that was in the worst state for a DS you could get. Rotten in all the same places as mine was as well. That is going to be a really expensive fix, but hats off to him if he can get it done. Now, next to it, we have got a very, very nice Austin Allegro. Now, this is an important example because it has a soft top roof. So it was built by Crayford, and there are, only about 13 of these left, apparently. that actually goes a long way to make the Allegro look a lot more interesting. I'm not saying it's a boring looking car, but it's not really regarded by many people as being very exciting. Mind, oh wow, okay, this interior is lovely. Look how much red there is. This is that sort of ox blood. It's like, oh my God, it's comfy as well. It's like being in a Bentley. Can't believe I've said that about an Allegro. Wow, okay, so let's just have a look up here. So there's that vinyl roof. I don't know if that's original or if they've had that refurbished or something, but it's in very nice condition. Is it a low mileage one? 41,604. Yeah. I really like it. It's so red. Really, really red. It's nice to see someone actually take care of it. It's comfy. It's only a 4-speed. Only a little 4-speed. But I really do like that. It's maybe it should be like a Vanden Plas or something, because it's definitely got some kind of a high-end interior going on with it. Beautiful. Over here, oh God, we've got another Allegro. Now, everyone take note, that is a shooting brake. It's an estate car with 3 doors, and that's what a shooting brake is. I'm really fed up with, like, Mercedes making a CLS estate and saying it's a shooting brake. It's not. Let's have a look at this one. I have to put this seat back because I can't even fit in it. There we go. Oh, now see, oh, this is comfy as well. These velour seats are really, really soft. 45,000 miles. In fact, I just noticed the light comes on, so it's alive. Christ. That's quite interesting, though. When you turn the wheel, it does that. Okay, so this is a car. When are you ever going to see these? A Toyota Tercel. Wow. It's got a bit of that funny shape, actually. Just before I open the door, if you think about it, it's a bit like that Matra Rancho out the front. A little bit rotten on the arches. So this guy, when he finds cars that are going to be broken or killed, saves them and brings them into his barn, which is a very, I'm not going to try and open that for a second, it's going to come off. It's a really commendable thing. And if I was in that position and I had a barn, I'd be doing exactly the same. So hats off to the guy, I say. We need more people like him saving these cars. And a 2CV. Look at that. Very unsurprisingly rotten. There's a lot of Allegros in here. You can tell this guy's a weirdo because of all the Allegros he's got. And I'm not saying he's a weirdo in a bad way. I'm saying he's a weirdo in my way, because I would probably have that many Allegros as well, to be honest. Can't deny and say that I've got my eye on a Reliant Scimitar, or I haven't. Oh, nice little spider there. Do you know, I know my Citroens, and if I open that door, it's going to fall off for definite. So I'm not even going to try. It's pretty rotten. I don't see how you're ever going to save that. These cars really help prove my point of when I say that back in the day, cars were such exciting colours and they were way more interesting than now. So anyway, let's go and have a look at this car. Also in a very lovely wine red. Oh, look at that. That is a delight. We're going to go around there in a minute because I'm next to this Morris Ital at the moment. And this was the last Morris ever made. In fact, being on an A-Reg, it's the last year that a Morris was ever made as well. So that car needs to come back to life. But, the window is open on that Ital. So, oh, it's going to be a squeeze, but I will just try and pack my phone in. Oh, God. I'm thinner than I gave myself credit for. So look at that interior, the way that curves round. That's so strange. I love that. I'm really glad that will see the road again one day. And of course, they're in a barn. They're undercover. They're not going to just rot away into nothing. Now, this is an Alfa, obviously. I don't know my Alfas very well. Okay. Now, for someone with ADHD, it's really difficult for me to keep track on what the hell I'm looking at and do it all in order. So this is a very nice Datsun Cherry. They did like their wine red cars back in that era, didn't they? Let's just pull the cover off. Wow. Okay, this is a proper 70s pimp car. Oh, I think it's locked. That's a shame. With its leopard print seat covers. Let's go and see if we can get around the other side. Oh, now, you cannot beat proper little stickers in the window like that. I love those. Datsun Cherry, beautiful. Let's see if that door opens. Sadly not, but you can get a feel of what that's like in there. Oh, God. I shall put the cover back on. I don't know why that one's undercover. I don't know what makes this one so special. I'd put the cover on that one there. Okay, so it's an Alfa Romeo 33, apparently, as it says on the back. Can we get in it, though? It doesn't look like anyone's touched this for a long time, but you can get in it, so that's a bonus. Ooh, okay, it looks comfortable. I'm sitting in it. Ah, it smells horrible. What's the mileage? 67,000. So I don't understand why. I mean, obviously that BX has got a lot of miles on it, but most of the cars in here are really low mileage. Ah, the proper way that vents should be. So you can angle them wherever you like. Lovely. Okay, I'm going to get out of here before I get cancer. Oh my God. Right. Oh, this is dusty hobby. Beautiful. Here is that lovely sporty Metro with status error. I feel like this car's probably gone off the road in around about the max power sort of era. It looks like it would be just on the edge of there and being scrapped, but can we get in it? Nope, not going to have any luck with that one. That's cool. I reckon that's worth a few bucks. Okay, I was wrong about that. 2011. Right, can we get over this Mini? Mini Clubman. That's how you tell it's properly British. Oh, okay. Obviously, it's going to need a fair bit of work, but worth a lot of money when they're done, aren't they? So, definitely worth saving, I think. He's going to have to find a painter who is either very cheap or has no work on, because he has got one hell of a paint job on his hand in the future. Ooh, another Chevette. Look at that. With a blue door, almost like it's trying to be something from the In-Betweeners. Okay, right, so this car here is another Morris Ital, which is believed to be the only one left in green. Applejack green, I think it's called, which kind of rings a bell because I think that's the same name for the colour that Mr. Bean's Mini is. So I really love that colour. It's a bizarre thing to see on a car that's that sort of size, that kind of colour, but it really works just because it's so not boring. So let's go and try and get over there, and then we're going to have a look at that, and we're going to have a look at that Talbot that's next to it. So I'm going to have to go all the way out and back around, right? Oh wow, okay, just before I do that, look at that. That is frilly. That is really frilly. I think that's been left outside for a little bit too long, that one. Oh. Okay, let's go back round. I thought this was briefly a Citroen CX Estate, but now I see it again. Obviously that shape, it's going to be another Allegro, isn't it? This man clearly likes his Allegros. I don't know where he's finding so many of them that people want to scrap, but he's obviously getting them from somewhere. Right. Okay, Talbot time. Does it open? The dusty ones don't seem to open, so I don't think it will. Oh, no, it does. Okay, right. Now, straight away what gets me is the inviting looking velour seats. So let's take a seat. I thought it was just Citroens with this comfy, but actually all old cars are quite nice. 120,000 miles. Wow, that is very, very leggy for a car that's in this barn. And look, you've even got some very old chewing gums. Look at that. And a French Arbre Magique. I really like this. This is a nice car. Oh, they smell so lovely. All these cars smell really lovely. I suppose it's probably actually not lovely, it's the smell of mould, but you get used to it and then after a while you love it. Here is the green Ital, buried under boxes, which is a real shame. So I would like to see when I come back here for a recap video, whenever that may be, that this has got the boxes removed off it so you can see it in its glory. It's got far too much stuff in the way. It looks locked. It's not. Ooh, do I try and get in it? Well, that's what I'm here for. Let's move some of this out the way. See if I can get in the Ital. And there we go, another mouldy Ital. Needs to be saved. Obviously needs a repaint, but look. Beautiful car. In a really, really cool colour. Is a bit rotten on the sills. God knows what they'd take to be restored. Oh, it's a bit rotten down there as well, unfortunately. But needs to see the roads once more. He has got a lot of spares here. Lots of wings, fuel tanks, everything you need. I mean, some of them are new actually. So I don't think he's going to struggle with sourcing all of these bits because he's already got them. So that's helpful. They'll have to be repainted though. Look over here, look. Wow, okay. That looks new. Well, unused at least. Christ, okay. He has really been collecting. I thought I had a collection, but my God. Music to my eyes. Okay, so another Datsun. Oh, 42,000 miles on this. And some genuine Nissan carpet. Is that carpet? Or is that just a box? It's just a box, but it did look like a roller carpet. Oh, look, a yellow Ford Escort estate. Fantastic thing. I like it when they've been in barns long enough and you get the footprints of all the foxes. Ooh. Now, there will be someone here who can tell me whether this is a factory colour or whether it's a colour for something else, because to me, I nearly pulled the mirror off then, to me this looks like it might be an AA kind of colour. It doesn't seem standard. Oh, those old cobwebs. Well, I'm already filthy. No. Oh, no. Is anyone here that can tell me whether that's an original colour, because that's a strange colour and it seems like it might be the colour of the AA, and I don't know if maybe that was a company vehicle or something. I don't really recall ever seeing them in that colour. And there is a Micra over there. Now, I love the shape of the seats. However, it's a Micra and I hate it. I'm from a place originally called Wimborne, and if you've been there or you have been anywhere that's rural-ish in Dorset, you will have been stuck behind an old lady doing 20 miles an hour in one of those for your whole life. So I see them and normally I'm glad they're dead. However, I don't hate that one, but we're going to keep that between you and me. Another Austin, another Austin. Okay, so now we're coming on to the last few cars here. We've got this Triumph in a very nice British racing green to match the bus. Triumphs should be in British racing green. That is the perfect colour for one of them. A Toledo. And the car that I've really been wanting to talk about is this Datsun 120A Coupe. These are really, really rare. And there was one of them in Mountfield House, which was an abandoned mansion, which unfortunately got Hoard out all over YouTube, got a bit smashed up, but oh okay, it's really started to rain. Got a bit smashed up, but there was one of these in the garage, and unfortunately it got scrapped because it was too far gone. So this is what it would have looked like, and I love this car. I really, really wanted to buy that one so much. I love the rear, look at the back. That definitely deserves to come on the road. And it's got a tow bar. I would not want to tow anything with it. I've got a feeling it's probably all looks and no guts. But what an interesting shape. Let's have a look inside. Ah. Oh my God, that's comfortable as well. 79k on it. Really nice condition inside. That seats feel lovely. This will definitely see the road again. And I hope when it does, I get to go out in it, because this has actually become one of my dream cars. What's this? An Avenger. Oh, wow, okay. Another one that you don't see anymore. And a Chrysler Alpine. Now, I don't see these on the road, but I do see them very occasionally at car shows. And as it should, it's got a Fat Willy sticker in the rear. Can we get in here? Can we get in? Yes. Oh, look at the steering wheel. The interior of these cars is just something of its own. Such a cool shape. I love it, and did have something to do with Talbot and Citroen. And look how well in condition these seats are. They've got a really lovely texture. 50,000 miles on it. Again, really, really glad to know that this car will eventually see another day. It's really unusual. In fact, the only time that I've ever known a place like this where people are actually saving these cars. Oh, I've just spotted this. This is a Vauxhall Chevette. My mum had one of these, and I believe this story is she hit a pheasant and my dad forced her to go back and run it over, and it put her off driving for the rest of her life. She never really drove after that. Now, if I was a pheasant and I was being killed, and my last sight on earth was this Vauxhall Chevette, I'd die happy. Look at that. That's lovely. Again, what's that? 63,000 miles. Smells lovely in here. Vinyl seats. Look, he's put duvets on them to keep them nice and clean. Again, that will definitely see the road. I would say, though, there is a little bit of rain that's coming on it from through that wall, and it probably doesn't want to sit here forever, but that is very nice. And that stayed in really nice condition as well. Hang on, right, I'm gonna get behind the wheel, and the thing is, I know my mum will be watching this, so I'm just gonna zoom out. Okay, so I'm just really cruelly gonna say, you know, Mum, does this bring back memories? Oh, there's a little pheasant right there. Do you remember him? Do you remember as you looked in his eyes, you killed him? Yeah, you know what you did. Gonna get out. God, look, that's tiny. Look at that tiny little door handle. Oh, you can't even get all your fingers in it. It's just a one finger job. That's what she said. Right. Okay, and then there's another Allegro here. That will be the last. Car. No, it isn't. I've just remembered because there's one over there. Let's put that back on normal. What is under this? Oh, it's exciting. What is it? It's a Lamborghini Miura. No, it is a... Oh, I can't... Is it another... Well, it's got those Leyland handles. It's going to be an Allegro, isn't it? This is probably where every single Allegro left is. This is a custom fitted cover as well. That's commitment to this particular Allegro. Yeah, 31,000 miles. Pretty dark in there, but again, it will live to see another day. Oh, and how could I forget, last but definitely not least, the Hillman Avenger. Okay, that is very 70s, and he's even got a very age-appropriate fleece blanket in there. I can't really see in there properly though. I'm gonna just get in and climb over. Okay, so let's just, 21,000 miles, wow, okay. And a lot of dust. Barely used. Wow, okay, that is throwing out the funk of 40,000 years. Very nice, very brown, very orange, very, very 70s. Ugh, I love that. What a nice car. Right, okay guys, that is everything for today. Please make sure that you like and subscribe for more, and check me out on Instagram at AutoAddictJames for a few pictures from the day. And also thank you to the man who shall remain nameless for letting me view your wonderful collection of cars, because it makes it even better because it contains my favourite cars as well. And it's really amazing to know that these cars are going to get saved rather than just left to die. So please make sure you stick around for more, and I will see you around next week for another video.